Alright, so we have Sijara Eubanks taking on the newcomer, Elise Reed. Alright, so Saj, she has a 1-inch height advantage and a 5.5-inch reach advantage. We'll see if she can use it. So, break down the striking of these two. So, Elise Reed, if you'd ever watched her fight, she's a Taekwondo practitioner. She uses a lot of feints. She's mostly throwing singular shots, looking to kind of stick you with the jab, move back out at range. She actually has pretty good range control, which does save her a little bit from getting hit cleanly, because she will lean back with her chin in the air with her hands quite low, so that's kind of dangerous, but she has pretty good range movement, which does save her a little bit. She's looking to kind of walk down the opponent, stick the jab out, get back out at range, and then, look for her kicks at distance. A lot of her kicks are coming from the lead leg body kick, lead leg high kick, inside low kick, but she has hands too, straight right, as I talked about before, snap and jab, step in, snap and jab, 1-2-1, dip out at range, and the straight left as well when she switches stance. For Saj, she's quite flat-footed, Elise much more light in her feet. Sijara, she likes to wing a lot of her punches, and you wonder why she gasses out really quickly. So she pretty much just likes to sit down on a left hook in the pocket, plant her feet, fire back a 2-3, 3-2, counter 2, but yeah, where she's best is on the mat, and what she's going to look for is to catch one of those lead leg body kicks of Elise, or one of those Taekwondo techniques from Elise, or she's going to look to duck under, a right hand or a jab of Elise, and she's going to look to drive that double all the way to the fence, take her down on the fence with a double leg, and then look to advance position immediately. But yeah, she's quite good on top, pretty good top control, good submission defense from top position. I would say she's much less effective off her back, but she's generally pretty good at keeping top position. Elise Reed, in her previous performances, she's shown pretty good balance when defending takedowns. When defending the single leg in the open, she's shown pretty good balance. Alright, so how these guys lose fights. So for Elise, it's the striking tendencies that we discussed, and she has subpar takedown defense as a whole. I said good balance before, but that's just defending the single leg in the open. Just in general, her takedown defense needs a bit of work. Also, her get-up game needs a bit of work. For Saj, it's the fact that she slows after round 2. Past the victory for these two. So for Elise, try to put her on the back foot. Look for the singular shots early, the jab and the 2, just keep it one at a time. Try to get the read on her takedown entries, and then you can work from there with setting up your combinations. But yeah, I think the 1-2-1, which is quite a nice combination of hers, will be landing quite a bit on Saj. She doesn't have the best striking defense, just kind of a bit of a tank, kind of just takes your hits and stays walking forward, but try and get that 1-2-1 and keep it landing, but singular shots early. Look for the lead leg high kick, because it's harder to catch that one, and work for a takedown. So yeah, keep it high or keep it really low, like the inside low kick. But yeah, don't engage in the grappling, which you have done in the past. You've engaged in the grappling and got reversed and whatnot, so don't do that. If you do get put on bottom, don't accept bottom position, keep her working. If you just accept bottom position, lock your guard, she's not going to gas. She can do that all day. But yeah, if you find yourself in top position, watch out for arm bars. I honestly wouldn't engage in the grappling at all, but if you're in top position, watch out for the arm bars, because you have been caught in them a little bit too often in previous fights for my liking. For Saj, look to forward pressure her, get her onto the fence. Look to catch one of her body kicks or lead leg body kicks, and try and ground the fight. Try and make it, a grappling fight, and, bring it into your world, really. Try to cage push if nothing else is working. So if you can't get the takedowns, just look to push her against the cage and try to use your size advantage. How I see the fight going, so I think Reed is the more technical striker with greater volume, so I favour her if Eubanks randomly decides to show off her striking in this one, but I doubt she will here. Eubanks is definitely going to be looking to catch one of those Taekwondo kicks, those lead leg body kicks, that Elise is inevitably going to throw, and I think that's the whole fight, honestly. Elise throwing a body kick, Eubanks catching it, taking her down, and controlling her from top position. I think Elise Reed, she's very green. I think she's still working on her takedown defense and her get-up game. And Eubanks is quite good on top, but I do like Reed. Like, as a striker, I think she is UFC level. I think she could beat a lot of the straw weights and the flyweights in the UFC right now. But this is a matchup she's definitely going to struggle with. Like, just this type of fighter. Size difference is going to play a big part too. Eubanks has filled out a frame into a solid bantamweight now, and Elise Reed, she used to fight at atomweight, which is 105 pounds. So if someone can confirm the weight class for me, because right now it says bantamweight hyphen 125 pounds, so I'm guessing they just made a mistake. But if it's going to be at 135, you know, Sarge is going to have a big size advantage. But yeah, I think it's either going to be a 30-27 for Eubanks in a dull affair where she's just grinding Elise Reed out on top, or a 29-28 Eubanks if she does gas in the third round, but she's banked the first two. So Reed, she fought recently, so I believe the short notice isn't going to affect her. Seems like someone who stays in shape all year round. You know, I'm just judging from her Instagram. She seems to do a lot of training on the side as well, a lot of fitness training. Sarge, on the other hand, you know, she's 36 and she's shown very average cardio in her last few fights, so I'm expecting Elise to win the cardio battle, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough here. Alrighty, so if you guys could like the video, help out with the algorithm, that's awesome, cheers. Alright, so prediction is Eubanks by decision. I think the line's a little bit too wide. Elise Reed's good, like she's good. She's a good fighter. Just has deficiencies where Eubanks is very strong, so it's a tough matchup for her. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't parlay Eubanks or whatever at that price. Only bet I was considering would maybe be like Eubanks by submission, $9 or plus 800. Yeah, I'm not going any lower than that. You know, Eubanks has a really good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, and like she should really be going for subs a little bit more aggressively, but she's never won by submission in her MMA career. And she's only attempted 3 subs in the UFC, and that was all in one fight against Avila. So, yeah, I'm not sure why she doesn't go for subs a little bit more. Especially with her gassing problem. Like, if you finish the fight early, you don't have to worry about your gas tank. And subs aren't as, energy draining as going for a finish with, like, punches or whatever. So I don't know why she doesn't do it, but it is what it is. I'm not really looking to bet this fight. If I was to bet anything, it'd be Elise Reed at like $4 or Eubanks submission at the said price before.